Hi everyone, I am Corion, your witch in residence here on YouTube. And I want to talk about the most controversial film that comes on at this time of year. The granddaddy of all arguments on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, Die Hard. Now, before we dig too deep into it, I just wanted to say to all my subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing. And to everyone who hasn't yet, please consider doing so. It really helps the channel out. And I would really appreciate it if not only that, if all of you would consider please giving a like and the share to this video. It'd help me out a lot and allow me to produce more content for you. Now, with that obligatory ritual out of the way, let's dig in to Die Hard. Now, for those of you who are not in the know, in the 1980s, action movies had kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut. They had this hulking, huge dude with ridiculous amounts of firepower, one-lining it with usually a couple of sidekicks helping them out, and that had kind of gotten stale. So, people were kind of falling out of favor with it. And then Die Hard comes along, where it's one man in an enclosed space fighting absolutely impossible odds. And it became a big hit. And all the action movies after this, especially in the 90s, started cloning Die Hard. It became Die Hard on a boat, which is how we got Under Siege. Die Hard in a bus, which is how we got Speed. All of these things became kind of ripoffs of the Die Hard equation. So, with that in mind, I wanted to talk about the concept of a man alone, having to deal with incredibly insurmountable odds. And I feel like this is an excellent metaphor for what a lot of people have to go through in their life on a day-to-day basis. I'll give you an example, right? Somebody who is dealing with mental illness oftentimes feels like they're alone watching things fall apart, crawling through tight, confined tunnels of their own making. And they're not sure how to get out. They don't know how to kick the dude off the tower. And, working in spiritual matters can often feel like that too, where you feel very much alone. And you feel like this is a very personal journey that no one can help you with. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret. You can get help, okay? You can get aid. You don't have to go it alone. You have to solve the problems yourself, but it doesn't mean you can't get help coming to terms with the solutions, okay? I don't often talk about it much, but I've had some really phenomenal teachers in my day. And the mentor that I am working under right now is an incredibly spiritual woman who has given me insight and guidance and tested me and pushed me to become better. And it's really helped me take on a better appreciation for the work I do. She acts as a kind of social worker, if you will, in her community. And it's given me a more of an appreciation for what that really means, for what it means to work inside a community. And while I don't have nearly the schooling or accreditation that she has, I've taken it on myself to try to be a place in the community that can offer some spiritual assistance when people need it. So that's actually why I created this channel in a lot of ways, is to be there for you guys, to provide you some insights, some thoughts, and maybe get you thinking in ways you hadn't thought before and seeing the beauty and wonder in the world around you, especially in pop culture when we're blessed with so much of it and so many cool things. Even if you don't like certain aspects of it, even if you don't like certain modern takes some of the pop culture has taken over the last little while, we have some amazing classics there. We have some amazing stories written by amazing authors who truly feel divinely inspired at times. And if movie magic is the magic you prefer, then let's look at our movies. Let's take inspiration from Bruce Willis crawling around in air vents, realizing that he has to save a whole lot of people and he has to stop the bad guys. as a metaphor for ourselves of crawling through there. But remember, too, there was a sergeant on the ground trying to help him, too, right? I want to call him Sergeant Winslow because that's where I remember him from Family Matters. But, that's how I view it, is there are people trying to help. There are people out there willing to listen, willing to talk, willing to hang out and discuss all kinds of weird and wonderful and bizarre things. And I'm one of those people for you guys. If you guys need to talk about the fantastic, the weird, the mental troubles you're having getting over certain things, I'm here for you for that. And I encourage you guys to be there for other people. Look, you don't have to have all the answers to sit down to listen to somebody and say, look, these are the lessons that I have learned along the way. Maybe they'll help you. Okay? You don't need a PhD to do that. So long as you do it from a place of humility, from respect, and from understanding that, hey, you don't necessarily have all the answers either, but you have a few and you're willing to share. And maybe the other person can glean some insight from it. Spirituality is a personal journey. It's something somebody has to do on their own. But that doesn't mean that they're alone. Okay? Even if you have to walk through the door by yourself, no one's going to carry you through. Other people can help you by encouraging you, by providing insight in door mechanics, I guess. Whatever is required, we're there for you, and we're willing to help, especially around this time of year. I often find that December is when a lot of people have it some of the most difficult in dealing with the holidays and family and what have you. And being a beacon of hope for them will matter so much to the people around you and your friends and your family and your relatives. I mean, we individually kick our Gruber off the top of the tower, but we don't do it by ourselves. We have an army of people backing us up, an army of people that helped give us the strength to get there. Okay? I try to look at what I do here for you as like your mental 15-minute workout on the TV, right? It's a start, but you have to hit the mental gym too. And I can provide you the tools to try to hit that gym and show you form and show you technique, but ultimately you have to choose to do it. And I do encourage you to make those choices. And I will be there for you. I'm going to back you up, okay? That is my promise to you guys, is that I'll be there for you if you need me. And in exchange, all I ask is that if somebody else needs you, you be there for them, okay? I don't think it's a lot to ask. And remember, you don't have to have all the answers, and be honest about that you don't have all the answers. But you've learned what you've learned up until this point, and you're willing to share. And sometimes, honestly, just hearing from another human being that I'm there for you, I'm willing to try for you, and I have empathy for your situation, and I'm willing to work with you to resolve it, sometimes is enough. And that little bit of understanding can grow into something spectacular and wonderful. We see this a lot, and I really think that each of you is capable of doing that as well. You guys have seen what I've done, that I try to look for the deeper meaning in things, and the reason why I do that is because every time I write one of these videos and we perform it, I get another private message saying, hey, that really resonated with me. It meant a lot to me that you guys discussed this, and I would appreciate hearing more. And that fills me with a lot of joy, and it fills me with a lot of hope. And it tells me that what we're doing here is working. So let's expand that out. I would love to see a community designed to try to help each other grow and become something bigger than they are. And I think you guys are becoming that. And I love that about all of you guys. I love that each of you is so open and so willing to accept new possibilities and explore those on your own personal journey. But what I'm suggesting is that we all come together, share our journeys, share our experiences, and allow everyone to learn from them. At the end of the day, that's what a lot of ancient cultures did. Many people lived by themselves, but they all came together, at least every once in a while, sat down with the fire, shared a meal, talked, shared their experiences, helped other people in their community grow. And if somebody said, hey, I really need help taking out this tree, or I really need help plowing my farms because I don't think I'm going to make it this year, the community helped. So let's do that, okay? Let's build ourselves a little virtual village out here on YouTube. Let's build a community together that is built on mutual respect, trust, and faith in each other. Not necessarily any specific divine being, but in each other, in that community. That if I reach out to one of my brothers or sisters for aid, they will do so. And vice versa. So, and with that in mind, I also wanted to thank you guys. This whole project, this whole YouTube thing for me has been an absolute dream. The idea that I could build a community together with you guys has helped my mental batteries recharge. Every time I do one of these videos and I think about how amazing it is that I get to reach out and, give the mental equivalent of a big giant bear hug to individuals out there in the middle of the ether and possibly well after I am gone from this world, it fills me with a lot of joy and it fills me with a lot of hope. And I want to thank you guys for coming out for a video like this, where I kind of bare my soul, and all because of a movie that, while some people don't consider it a Christmas movie, it is definitely a movie that happens at Christmas. Whether it is or is not a Christmas movie, I think depends on personal preference. To me, I always feel like it's the perfect movie for those Christmas holidays where you're home, it's late at night, the kids have gone to bed, you've pulled out the big thing of junk food, and you're sitting down and you just want to watch a movie where, a classic good guy, bad guy fight happens. So to me, it's a movie that I watch on the holidays, possibly when I want something Christmas adjacent, but not necessarily Christmas, like about Christmas. So with that in mind, I think we'll end the video off here. Again, thank you everybody. I really appreciate you, and I hope you appreciate each other. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. This video is over. Guys, take care. Have a wonderful week.